concrete progress or concrete consequences. That was the blunt message this week from France, Britain, and Germany, collectively known as the E3, as they issued a high-stakes ultimatum to Iran: return to meaningful nuclear negotiations by the end of summer, or face the full force of United Nations sanctions. This sharp warning comes after the first high-level meeting between the E3 foreign ministers and Iran's foreign minister since Israeli and US airstrikes in mid-June targeted Iranian nuclear facilities. These strikes not only heightened regional tensions, but also prompted UN nuclear inspectors to pull out of Iran, leaving the international community effectively blind to Iran's nuclear activities. Here's why the clock is ticking. The 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, the now crumbling accord that placed limits on Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief, is backed by UN Security Council Resolution 2231, and is set to expire on October 18, 2025. Under this resolution, the E3 can trigger the snapback process to reinstate all previous UN sanctions on Iran within 30 days, even over objections from Russia or China. The bigger worry is because Iran is expanding its nuclear program rapidly. According to European officials, Iran has increased its uranium enrichment to near weapons grade, with no credible civilian justification. Now with the IAEA inspectors gone, verification is nearly impossible. The E3 insists that a new deal must be verifiable and lasting, but have yet to define exactly what constitutes concrete progress. Tehran claims it's still open to diplomacy, but no direct nuclear talks are currently underway, especially not with the United States. Iran's government has warned of a proportionate response if sanctions return, and some insiders suggest Iran could even withdraw from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, a drastic move that would further dismantle oversight and escalate the crisis. Meanwhile, diplomatic sources quietly admit that, even if talks were to restart tomorrow, reaching a new agreement before October is almost impossible. Add to that the Israeli airstrikes, which have fractured Iran's proxy network and prompted retaliatory rhetoric from Tehran, and it's clear we're nearing a critical breaking point. The E3 is also coordinating closely with the United States, trying to balance pressure with diplomacy. But Israel's strikes, and Washington's quiet support for them, have complicated the West's position. Many analysts believe the attacks have weakened Europe's diplomatic leverage, and increased incentives for Iran to pursue a nuclear weapon as a deterrent. The broader implications are enormous. If sanctions are reimposed, Iran could be plunged back into deep economic isolation, straining global oil markets and worsening Middle East instability. Without the constraints of the nuclear deal or international inspectors, a regional arms race may follow, with countries like Saudi Arabia or Turkey reassessing their own nuclear posture. In short, Europe is playing its final card and Iran is stalling. The expiration of the UN resolution in October could trigger the collapse of the last remaining barriers to Iran's nuclear ambitions. Whether the world is headed for diplomacy, or another dangerous escalation, may depend on the decisions made in the next few weeks.